How are we doing, guys? Leeds United over Premier League title contenders Leicester? I don't think so. Leeds United victorious. Here are your player ratings, guys. Here are your player ratings. I'm joined by Mr. Joe Wayman. Joe Wayman, unreal.
Yeah.
Leeds United, they need to adapt, though, mate. Let's not forget, Leeds United need to adapt against these bigger teams.
Naive, burned
out.
You know, all of it. His system, no good against top six. They'll never get European football, they said under Bielsa the other night. They'll never do anything like that. Look, I know we're a long way off it, but come off it.
I was going to say, we haven't done yet, but yeah, I know what you mean.
But the point I'm trying to make is they even said the other night, I forget who it was, in the next 5 seasons, if Bielsa's at the helm, they'll never get European football. I mean, the rhetoric thrown at this Leeds United side is beyond belief. We're newly promoted, man. Let's not forget that. But no one gave us a chance. I think even Leeds fans doubted we gave a chance, and fair play for them to saying it. Hate to say I told you so. I backed the boys. I said 2-1. It were 3-1. We were due to beat a top 6 side soon. We're too good not to. We've adapted slightly. I thought the game plan was absolutely fantastic. I mean, Leicester hadn't lost in 9. Leicester, when going in front 10 times, had won all 10. Leeds United came to town. Leicester scored the most goals in the last 15 minutes, 12, than any other team in the division. It were Leeds United scoring the goals in the last 15 minutes today. On it from minute 1. Apart from a 20-minute spell in that second half where we adapted to then change into a back 3, we were exceptional, Oscar. Amazing. Buzzing.
I think so, mate. I think obviously a lot was made. I made a lot about before we got that second goal. Yeah. I thought Leicester were probably all over us at that point. But to be fair, we weathered the storm. I think what my problem was with this Leeds team going away from home to the top 6 was in those spells, say that spell from the start of the second half, to us going 2-1 up, that 20-minute spells you were talking about, normally we'd be 2 or 3 down in that spell. We'd lose at least 2 goals in that spell, but we held firm. I think a big part of that was the centre halves. Obviously, we're going to go on to them. I thought they were that was probably the best, other than maybe Cock and Ayling at Villa Park. That's probably the best I think I've seen the centre half pairing gel in a game. That is the only one I can think of. Maybe you could say the City game as well. But it just gelled perfectly. The best we've seen for a while, to be fair, the centre halves, and they were absolutely fantastic. They had to come under a lot of pressure. But let's move on to, obviously, the first player we always start off with, Illan Meslier. Now, that save in the first half, just before half-time, when we could have gone 2-1 down, and to be fair, 2-1 down just for half-time, it'd have been a totally different game. But Meslier, at that moment, stepped up when he needed to. What are your kind of feelings on Meslier, mate?
Remind me of the save.
The one, it was just for half-time. I think it was Perez who had the shot. It was crossing off Albrighton, very low crossing. Perez just got in front of the defender and kind of flicks it on, and Meslier made a save low down to his right.
I can't remember it.
Can't remember it. I mean, honestly, that much happened in the game, but that's the only thing I can remember. Actually, Meslier actually having to save, to be honest.
And I thought his distribution was better today. And there was
better.
I thought he was good today. Whenever he was called upon, I think there was one where the ball was crossed in from a corner and.
He went for the punch.
Went for the punch, and there was no one challenging him. But listen, I thought he was great today. Personally, I mean, I don't know if I'm quite on the 8s. But I may be wrong because I can't remember that save.
It was a good save, to be fair. I mean, there's a lot of 8s. Got a fair bit of 7s as well, to be fair. I think it's I think obviously if you're giving an 8, normally you give an 8 because he's had to make a load of saves. But I think he had to be fair, Giancarlo says made 7 saves. It didn't feel like that though. I think a lot of them were very basic saves. 2 very decent ones. Didn't understand why he punched the ball rather than catching it. 8 out of 10. But yeah, that's probably the only kind of he made, and it wasn't really a big mistake, to be fair. But yeah, I think obviously this distribution was my big criticism. I've always said he's a top quality goalkeeper in terms of shot stopping. General play, I think he's probably one of the top 5 in terms of shot stopping. Most definitely, to be fair, in terms of in the top 5. But just that distribution sometimes going a bit too wild with his passing. But he definitely improved that side of his game a lot today, I thought. And I'll probably have to go. I don't know. I feel 8. I do feel a little bit generous, but I'm going to go in 8. I'm going to go in 8.
I'm happy, mate. What's Twitter saying?
On Twitter, a lot of votes today to support in terms of on the poll. 424 votes on Illan Meslier alone.
Wow.
52% of those votes have gone for an 8 out of 10.
Wow. I'm happy.
So yeah, it's pretty conclusive on that one.
Yeah.
Let's go for an 8. A lot of 8s in the comments as well. So moving on, obviously Luke Ayling. Luke Ayling, who had the Panicas Norbo bandage round him, which has got to be an extra mark for me alone. It's got to be an extra mark for me alone. I thought it was magnificent today. The only thing I can say about Luke Ayling was on the goal. On the goal we conceded, he let Barnes go past him a little bit too easily. Could he have fouled him? But other than that, I think his general play, I thought he did a really good job on Barnes, to be honest. I think he did the rest of the game. I don't think Barnes really... He played okay, Barnes, but I don't think he really truly got into our box and kind of, made things happen in that respect, like we normally see. I thought Luke was superb today, to be honest. And I think his passing... The amount of the ball he saw in that first half, especially, I honest, Luke Ayling.
Yeah, sorry, mate. You're just cutting in and out there. I didn't realise you'd finished. Your Wi-Fi was cutting in and out. So for me, I thought he was great again. Mr. Consistent. I think he was vital to the first goal. The mentality of the team just to get back on level terms. I know Maddison made an error. But, Ayling was the one that played the ball into Bamford, with his progression with the ball, seeing the space open up. And when space opens up for Ayling, he's always going to run into it. He did that. He played it into Bamford, who then gave it Oscar. Wow. Who then...
I'll take credit for it, mate.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Lovely...
Sorry?
It was a lovely ball off me, to be fair, mate. Is my Wi-Fi awful here?
Yeah, you keep cracking in and out. I don't know if it's me. It might be you.
Right, I'm just going to quickly just switch positions, if that's okay, mate. I'll let you carry on with Ayling. I will just very quickly switch positions.
Yeah, I'll hold the fort. There we go. I mean, as I was saying, Luke Ayling, pivotal, as always. I've seen a comment there say Locks was not happy on the Leicester stream. I'm glad to hear that, as he was baiting us yesterday, telling us he was going to win the game. But Ayling was pivotal in that first goal. Mr. Progressive Pass, Mr. Progression, isn't he? While we're waiting for Oscar to come back on, please smash a like on the video. I always hammer it. We've had some crazy numbers, crazy likes. So grateful. We got over 1,000 likes on the watch along, which is exceptional stuff from everyone that watches us. And I'm really grateful. You don't understand how much it means to us for your support. So please smash a like on the video. Let's see if we can get 200 likes. Not too much to ask. You're watching for a reason. I assume you like it. We've got Meslier on an 8. Bill, I'm saying an 8 as well, I'd assume. We're just waiting for Oscar to come back. He's probably just gone and got himself some Capri Sun shots, I think they're called, from Aldi. He's Aldi Capri Suns. He will be back soon. What I don't want to do is flash over onto the next player without him. However, what I am going to do is just quickly check our Twitter poll and find out what you all voted for Ayling. I'm assuming it'll be 8. I'm assuming it'll be 8 or 9. Let's have a look. We've had some crazy votes as well on the player ratings as well. So thank you for everyone that does get involved with that as well, because it enables us to have a chat. Keep getting your comments in. Yeah, so we had 408 votes on Ayling, and 44.9% have gone for an 8, 39% a 9. So, I mean, some are going 4.4, 7 or less, which I think that's a bit harsh, don't you? I thought he was exceptional today. Jordan Dix says England call up maybe. I'm not sure about that. Why not, though? But we've got some great fullbacks. I think he'd have to get in front of Trent. He'd have to get in front of Reece James, etc. Wan-Bissaka. There's a few there, isn't there? Ghost Shark says Carragher was praising him throughout the game. He's got to be a 9. Ayling for me, mate. I'm going 8. I've had a look at the Twitter poll, and it was an 8 as well. So I'm happy to go with an 8.
Yeah, I was thinking an 8 as well, to be fair, mate. I think obviously you could probably go a 9, but with the goal, I'd probably have to go an 8, to be fair, to be honest. I think I think let's look at this poll. Let's have a quick look at the poll. Majority have gone yeah, majority have gone on 8. 45% have gone 8s on Luke Ayling. So, yeah, I think we can agree on an 8 for Luke Ayling. Let's move on to the back two, who I thought were absolutely magnificent today. Pascal Struijk on the right side, playing out of position on his left, his left foot. He's not necessarily suited to being on that right-hand side. I thought was outstanding yet again, mate.
Yeah, Pascal. Do you know what? And in my adulation at their performance, pair of them, when I've done my own ratings on the All Leeds TV, I gave them both 10s.
I love that.
I was that happy after the game, after my post match, and just waxing lyrical about them as a partnership and how great they were. I gave them 10s. Now I realise on reflection, okay, but for me, that Struijk's a 9. I think every time Leicester did have an opportunity, they were there to block. Pascal as well, guys, on the third goal that signed and sealed it was the one that headed the ball for Dallas to go on his little run and give it Klich. So I thought he was exceptional. I really,
he was outstanding.
I did give them both 10s, both him and Cooper, because I was that happy with the performance. But
look at this off Dale Steele, though. Outrageous. Outrageous.
Come on, Dale. Explain why. I want to know why, because that's crazy. That's
outrageous.
Crazy. It is. That is crazy. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, no, of course, opinions.
Of course. But for me, I thought he was exceptional today, both of them. I'm going 9. I'm going 9, Pascal.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. I think it was not far off a 10, but I think it'd have to be a 9. He was just magnificent today for me, Pascal Struijk. I mean, just read everything perfectly. Perez hardly had the kick. Obviously, Coops played his part, but the speed Struijk was across, just stopping shots, stopping crosses, just everything about him was absolutely superb today. And yeah, I think obviously John McKenzie mentioned yesterday that you want a proactive and you want a reactive defender. And normally the reactive defender is Cooper, but I think Pascal Struijk stepped up into the more proactive role, following Perez all around the pitch. And I thought he did that magnificently today. And yeah, I'd have to go with 9 as well, to be fair, mate. And the Twitter poll is in agreement, to be fair. The Twitter poll, 41% have gone 9s, 16% went with a 10, to be fair. So absolute fair play.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Liam Cooper, and I think Andrew Fletcher sums it up pretty perfectly for me. 9, his best game of the season. What would you say to that, mate?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think... I mean, some are saying he was at fault for the goal. I think that's what your man said, who gave him a 3. I'm just trying to...
That Norman Hunter style challenge towards the end of the game where he took ball and man. You don't see enough of that today. No, and that was a superb tackle.
Yeah, against the Jose Perez, he absolutely put him in the bin. I'm trying to think back to their goal.
I don't think it was Coops did anything wrong on that. That I can remember, to be fair.
Yeah.
I thought it was more Ayling, to be honest. But I'd happily watch it back. But I don't think there was Coops did anything wrong on that, especially. But we'd have just had a super chat in there off Robert Swift. Top class Robert Swift. Just love the fact that we've turned everything back on the so-called experts. The whole team were immense today. Bielsa, the only expert we need.
Yeah, exactly.
Could not put it any better myself, mate. And to be fair, look, I've been critical as well the last couple of weeks. I think our performance levels haven't been good going into this game, but we turned it on in style today. Everything about us was just so much better. And Coops epitomised it, really. I thought he was magnificent today. And if we're giving Struijk a 9, I'd have to give Coops a 9 as well.
I'm going 9. I know it's a lot.
I thought he was superb.
And listen, I've seen one guy gets particularly angry when we over-egg them, but I don't care. It was a fantastic performance. We've beat Leicester. I thought, if you look right, every shot they had, there was times when both Struijk and Cooper were blocking the same ball. They were throwing the bodies.
They just got in front of everything.
It was exceptional.
After Barnes scored, really. They didn't have a clear shot on goal. That's why Meslier had nothing to do, really. If you ask me, I know he made some 7 pretty basic saves, but that's all down to the centre halves in front of him. I thought they just read everything well. The communication was good leadership, good aggression. I thought they were both excellent, to be honest, today, mate. I mean, you could give him an 8, but I'd probably give him a 9. I just thought he was that good today. I'd happily give him a 9, to be fair.
Let's do it.
But Twitter's been a bit harsher. Twitter, 44% compared to 35%. have gone 8s rather than 9s for Liam Cooper. I think that's harsh. I thought it was better than very good today. I just thought it was excellent, superb today.
Next one, before we go on to the next question, realistic aim for the rest of the season. Me, realistic, I'll go Europe. Just missing out, possibly. Oscar?
That's realistic. What minimum aim, or if you're talking minimum aim, I just think just to keep doing what we're doing, to be honest. But I think in terms of what we can achieve, you look at everyone else is so inconsistent. I just think top half, to be honest. I think it can be done. And the fact is, we've had a bad last couple of weeks, but we're still there and thereabouts. And we've got injuries as well. We've got Robin Cox come back in. I think we can do it. I think we are a year ahead of where we supposedly should be. I think we are a year ahead of the progression. So, I reckon top half would be superb. But if we stay where we are at the minute, still very good. I'm not sure. Europe, I don't know. It'd have to be. I think everyone's that inconsistent at the moment.
Listen, next two, Everton, Palace, 6 points. Then let's see where we're at.
But...
No, that's my genuine belief, right? And I know I do over-egg it. I do, right? And I have to taper myself. And I've been so up and down this season. When we get a bad result, I'm like, when we get a good result. But I've said it, Oscar, and I have remained consistent,
There's nothing wrong with having ambition, mate. I mean,
no, exactly.
This season of all seasons.
Well, people say, Joe, stop.
I don't know. I think it depends how quickly back we get Robin Koch back, and obviously the injuries to the other lads. Obviously, because all three, well, certainly Raphinha, Rodrigo seems to be carrying.
Bielsa said Rodrigo won't make Wednesday, Annie.
That's an issue then. That is an issue in terms of Wednesday. But
Klich was good when he came on, so Klich can slot in there. We know Dallas is doing bits in midfield at the minute. He's exceptional today.
You wanted to say Europe, don't you? If I say Europe, will we move on?
I do say, like, we might possibly just missed out like Sheffield United did, for example. But
well, that's what I mean. I think we can. That was, top 10.
I'd love to know, does anyone know, can anyone tell me, after 20 games, where Sheffield United were at last season?
I can have a little look at that in the background. But we're saying 9s for Liam Cooper?
Yeah, 9s. Give it him. Give it him. Pair of them.
Let's move on to the left back, Gianni Alioski, because I thought it was quite an up and down game. I thought he did kind of grow into it. First sort of half started well. Then before half time, made some really dodgy decisions, gave some really dodgy free kicks away. But as I said, it is what you get with Gianni. What would you say to that, mate?
Yeah, I thought he was full of running. He did make some key challenges. I don't care what folks say. There was also, some. It's just Gianni, innit? It's just Gianni. He's just off his tits, but 7 for me. I think he's steady Eddie. He was 7 today. Luis Vivar says -2. I don't understand. Luis, explain to me in some more. I want to get you on this player ratings one day.
I do. I really do. Just on an Alioski special. An hour-long Alioski special.
Even exactly. Max says he did a job, and he did. He did the job. What more did he? He didn't do anything wrong. Don't get me wrong. There are times where he is and he does worry you, but he wasn't. He was good today, man. You can't. Yeah, like Joe Garside said, he got drawn out of position a lot. See, I don't. I think for me that was much due to the structure change we had to make. I think that's why we took so long to get back into the game after that initial 20 minutes, because Brendan Rodgers is an astute manager. He came out and thought, this isn't working. Put 3 at the back. And Leicester controlled the game, and they seemed to have 3 men all over. Then you look later in the second half. Again, me and Oscar, Oscar knows a lot more about the game than me. But what I'm saying is we were looking, thinking, right, Alioski's now in front of Dallas, and that seemed to be something that was going on. It was more a case of he's probably...
It was all over the place, wasn't it, at times?
Yeah.
It was, but in a beautiful way. But I'm going to get you very excited now, mate. I'm going to get you very excited because Sheffield United and Leeds United, after 20 games, are on the exact same amount of points, both on 29. But having said that, Sheffield United found themselves 8th, and we find ourselves 12th. So it's obviously the league's changed a little bit in that respect. So I think last season, to be fair, Sheffield United at this point last season were only 6 points off the top 4. Yeah. I think obviously the league's changed a little bit this season. Obviously, a lot more teams taking points off each other. You haven't got sort of Liverpool and City just running away with it. Although I think it will be by the end of the season. But
this is what I'm saying, though, bro. Weird, isn't it? They had the same points as us, points. So at that time, yeah, okay, they were the 8th, did you say?
They were 8th and we were 12th, and we're on the same points. They had there's slightly better goal difference, but only they have 5. We've got -1. But it is interesting though. In that, I didn't think it'd be that. I thought there'd be way more points.
Even at that time, Oscar, when they were 8th and 20 games in, and people would have said Europe, they'd have still been laughed out of town. They'd have still been told, nah, they'll fall off. They'll fall off. So why can't it be a realistic possibility? I probably will be wrong, but I always have that hope. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because people were worried about second half of season, coming up against team we've faced before, etc. Look what we've done. That was a fantastic result today, and that's a real marker for me, a real barometer. Before we move on, with Feetly TV says, can you do me a shout out for my content? He's raising awareness of childhood liver disease for the charity CLDF, whilst following footballers at Guna and F1. So please, guys, head on over to Feetly TV's channel. And check his stuff out. Obviously doing great stuff for a great cause. So big shout out to Feetly TV. Cool. Who are we on to next then, my man?
So we've done Johnny. Let's go on to Mr. Kalvin Phillips.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought magnificent, to be honest. In that first half, I think the first half was probably where he really stood out for me. And I think he did a really good job on Maddison in the first half. Obviously, Maddison moved further wide, and obviously it was more Dallas's man in the second half. But I just thought he did such a good job on Maddison that first sort of half of the game. And obviously the press, being press resistant, helping us really play out the back. A couple of times where he dodged a tackle and made a tackle himself and that lot. I just thought he was superb, to be honest, Kalvin. I'd probably say maybe not quite as good as the centre halves, but I'd probably go an 8 for me on Kalvin.
Yeah, he was good, man. He's good. And like you said, did a job on Maddison first half. I thought Dallas did an even better job second half, if I'm being honest. And he was really strong today, and there wasn't no sort of like Hollywood passes or anything like we're used to seeing sometimes when he picks people out. But he just did his job, and he did it well today. And Mark says he thought Kalvin was quiet, but that's also a good sign as well, man, that he's going about doing his business in the right way.
When you don't notice him, it's probably when he's having his best games for me. Most of the time, anyway. That's what you want from your holding midfielder. You don't want to notice him. You want their positioning to be spot on. The hoovering everything up, the mopping everything up, as we always used to say about Kalvin. And that's what he did today. It was just a proper anchorman-like performance, really, from Kalvin today. Absolutely superb for me. I'd probably have to go. I mean, James, man. James, come on, man. 4? 4?
That's harsh, isn't it?
For Philip, there's some harsh. I tell you what, there's some harsh scores going in for Kalvin here. Like for Phillips' standard, they'd go 3 out of 10. That shows how high his standards are. To be fair,
I think Lewis is on the blag. He comes on and gives some crazy thoughts. I think he's on the blag.
Quick question, though, before we move on to the Twitter poll rating. Mark Jones, do we think Alioski will get into the Happy Mondays?
Well, I think so, yeah. Just give him a maraca and let him dance about. Yeah, definitely.
But he is, yeah. He would, I think, is what we're going to say. Be a very valued member of the team. And he might go on to that after he retires. So let's wait and see. I can't see him going into coaching, if I'm being honest. Kalvin, then. Twitter poll, 51% have gone 8 out of 10. So we'll go 8. Let's move on to Mr. Raphinha. I mean, that pass for the Bamford's goal.
Yeah, it's exceptional, isn't it? Yeah. It happened so quickly, I didn't get to enjoy it properly until I watched it back. And Pascal, again, great challenge. Or he meets the ball, gives it Raphinha. And it's just first time. Beautiful weighted pass.
Something else, mate. Honestly.
Yeah, do it first time. And he's just a constant threat. He wasn't amazing, like we've seen.
No, by his standards, to be fair, he wasn't amazing. Certainly second half, but he comes alive at the big moments, and that's what the great wingers do. They come alive at the big moments to find those pockets of space. His movement was spot on. I thought.
And where he plays the pass from, I guess. So a normal winger, should they really be in that position?
Yeah, that's the thing. He knew when to drop in.
Yeah, exactly, man. So for me, another great performance. I would say 8's probably 7, 8.
I think he's got to that level now, Raphinha, where he's he's almost getting some. He's doing something every game in terms of getting a goal or assist pretty much every game now. You know, he's producing a moment of brilliance. You know, not just any old pass, but brilliant passes. You know, splitting defenses in half almost. But I thought outstanding. So I'd have to go 8 as well, to be fair, mate. And Twitter, it's a bit more generous. Twitter, obviously, Raphinha is the poster boy of Twitter. Let's be honest, he is absolutely adored on Twitter. But nines have gone on Twitter. I think that's maybe a bit generous.
Just a little bit.
I don't think it was his best game in the Leeds shirt in terms of all action, but in the big moments, he steps up massively for us once again. To be fair, Giancarlo's gone for a cheeky 8 as well, and I'll just go for an 8, mate. So let's move on to the midfield 2 who started the game. Let's start with Dallas. Stuart Dallas obviously gets that goal at a crucial time. Crucial time. We were all panicking when we were 1 down after 13 minutes or whatever it was. Dallas has made that late run into the box, and he's just got on the end of it. It's just a fantastic finish as well. The finish is just unreal. All action, big part in the third goal. Big part in that third goal, to be fair, in the initial build up to making the counter attack happen. Best game by a million miles for me, for Stuart Dallas as a midfielder today. I thought he was outstanding today.
I thought he was great against Newcastle, but against a midfield of Mendy and Didi, Maddison.
That's it. Next level.
To get ahead of Bamford, because he's not the quickest, bro, but for him to get ahead of Bamford, finish it first time, great finish as well. Like you say, he was instrumental in the third goal. I thought he pocketed Maddison in that second half. He was everywhere. I'm trying to think what I think I might have gone over on the on the All Leeds TV Twitter poll as well. I'm going to quickly check what I gave him.
I can't think of any. I know he was good against Newcastle, but I still think today he was just a colossus. Off the ball, on the ball, getting goals, making things happen. I just thought, my word, I could probably make a case for Stuart Dallas being my man of the match. I wouldn't quite go man of the match because we're going to go on to that later on. To be fair, but
I go 9. I've just checked. I went 9.
Yeah, I think 9. I think a 9, to be honest. I think that's probably the best midfield performance I've seen in a long time from a Leeds player, to be fair, this season so far. I think, obviously, Kalvin against Everton is obviously that one we always use as a 10 out of 10. They're probably the only 10 out of 10 I think we've given, or we might have given Bamford a 10 against Villa, to be fair. But that, for me, was just a textbook Marcelo Bielsa, what he wants from his midfield. Energy, legs, dynamism, get him into the box, passing the ball well, keeping the ball, showing composure, showing confidence, everything. 9 for me today, mate.
Yeah. And this is the thing, is like we forget because we're so used to it under Bielsa, but he's a winger.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's not even a fullback or a midfielder. We played him any other position, bar on the wing.
He's our Jimmy Milner. He's an exceptional pro, an exceptional man, and a great performance. So, 9s.
I had in my head that Dallas was in his 30s, but he's not. He's not actually even 30 yet, to be fair. So we'll hopefully get a couple more years of service at the very least off Stuart Dallas, because he's one of those players for me who I see like a Jimmy Milner playing into his 40s, if I'm being honest. I think he just loves the game that much. His professionalism. You can't not love him. He's a contender to be captain of this team.
He's Leeds born and bred as well, so that's
local lad. Come out the academy. Don't forget, come out the academy.
Came out of the academy like same year as like Robbie Gotts and that.
He's only 21. He's only 21, to be fair. But Twitter's agreeing with a 9 out of 10. But obviously, Rodrigo. I was trying to think what minute Rodrigo came off. In fact, I can just get that up here.
I'll tell you, mate.
Obviously, he comes off on
notes today. But he came off, in the first half.
He came off on 21 minutes. He came off.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, Rodrigo.
I gave him a 7.
Did he do anything wrong? Yeah, I thought he was okay.
I don't
7.
think he did. I don't think he did any 7 steady. I
can't remember him doing anything wrong or anything particularly great, but I thought he was decent. In that first 20 minutes, I thought we started really well. So, a lot of 6s and 7s. I'd quite happily go with 7, mate. I'd quite happily go with 7. There's not much to talk about on Rodrigo, so I think we should just go straight to.
Apparently, he's going to be out Wednesday as well, which is a huge.
Yeah, that's a blow.
But finally, we seen Klich come on and actually impact the game today and have a good performance, which is good. I love that from Steve. Dallas is the Swiss Army knife of Leeds United class.
Well, talking the Swiss Army knives, Berardi's not too far off, you know.
Yeah.
So obviously, I don't think Berardi's going to start, but I think it's another option off the bench, perhaps.
Yeah.
You know, just because we've got that many centre backs out at the minute. It's nice to have that other option, you know, in terms of if we did get another injury to the other centre halves, we can have Berardi on the bench, and but let's wait and see. But Twitter's gone sixes on Rodrigo, to be fair, which I can't argue too much with. But yeah, I don't know. What do you want to say, mate? It's quite an evenly split between 6 and 7.
I think we should go 7. I think we should go.
Yeah, stay positive. Yeah, there's so much negativity in these comments today. You know, Cooper's only getting 4s and 5s, or some people. Yeah, we're going 7s. We're going 7s today, mate. Right. Jack Harrison. First half, Timothy Castagne, no matter what the Leicester fans tell you, was taken off before half-time. Was taken off on 36 minutes. He might have had his bit of his groin strain. But there's no way, if Timothy Castagne wasn't playing so badly, Leicester would have made that change for half-time for me. Well, I don't see it.
No, all you have to do, Oscar, is look at Rodrigo groin brought off, Raphinha issue brought off. You could notice there were issues.
Yeah.
When he came off the pitch, there was no limp. There was nothing.
It wasn't visible, was it? You couldn't see him limping or struggling to get off the pitch. No. He just got off the pitch fine, so I'm not having that. I think Harrison forced him off.
Yeah, he got tortured, man. He was out of position when Harrison had that effort that Schmeichel saved. I thought Harrison torn him inside out. It's nice to see.
I actually thought Harrison was, believe it or not, very rarely I'll say this, not because Harrison's a bad player, but I actually thought Harrison was better than Raphinha today in terms of all actionness and involvement in the game. I actually thought he was the better of the two today.
I would agree with that, mate. And the energy, we've seen him before. Remember that goal against was it Reading when he sprinted in the 90th minute or whatever it was. Exactly. And he was the one that, Costa was trying to get close. I don't know whether he took, but Harrison just left every.
There's a difference between trying and actually doing it, to be fair. And I'm sorry, Elder, but
Harrison was class. Just before I give my thought, guys, there's like 600 people watching, about 170 odd likes. So let's get them likes smashed, please.
Get the likes in, guys. Get the likes in.
You obviously enjoy watching, so come on, show the love for the team. Show the love.
Come on. Get a like in. Get a like in.
Goal scored, good performance, 8 for me.
I don't know, 8. So for his first half, I could easily go a 9, for that first half. But I think overall, I'd probably go an 8. I think I would overall go an 8, to be fair.
I believe in itself. I think we're just that infused.
I'll go an 8 overall. Maybe I'm getting a bit excited there. I think maybe an 8, so I'll go for, to be fair. Top line, Joe.
Love how we've got a team of the nicest blokes ever. Every one of them comes across so well, doing good things in the community. Love what we're doing. It makes you proud to be a Leeds fan, man. I'm so proud of the team, so proud of the fans, so proud of you guys that watch. We're a great unit when everything's going well, man, and I love to see it. Marching on together, all Leeds our way, the salute, the lot of it, and the players are buying into it as well, and it helps. We've got an absolutely humble man in charge, who lives in Wetherby, lives in a tracksuit, drinks at Costa, and it comes from the top down, man, and that's what it's all about.
Lives over a sweet shop.
Yeah, that's what you want your football club to be about, you know what I mean? Like, we don't want none of this prima donna.
It's like a fairy tale, isn't it, almost? You've got a manager who lives over a sweet shop and goes to the local coffee shop. It is mad. It's like a fairy tale book or something, really, in terms of how it's set up. But what are we thinking, Jack Harrison? We both go in 8s. Well, let's look at the Twitter poll. Twitter poll's gone 8s as well, to be fair. 52% have gone for an 8 out of 10. So let's go on to, for me, man of the match today, Patrick Bamford. I think in terms of getting involved in all 3 goals, his start to the game was fantastic. He bullied Johnny Evans today. Johnny Evans is not a bad centre-half, by the way. Johnny Evans has played for Man United. He's played for Leicester. He's played a lot. He's played in the Euros for Ireland. He's a top-quality centre-half, to be fair. Not the most gifted, to be fair, technically, but he is good at doing what he does. And Patrick Bamford ran him, Soyuncu, Fofana, absolutely ragged today. Some of the best centre-halves in the league. So, for me, I mean, there's a couple of 10s coming in. I'm not. I think for that finish, though.
I'm there, bro. No,
I think for that finish for the second goal, like how good it was. It was just out of nothing.
He's scored a fantastic goal, an absolutely fantastic goal. He's assisted 2. His overall centre forward display today was exceptional. He bullied. I thought he bullied Evans in the first half. When Soyuncu come on, he got to grips with him eventually and was winning balls in the air. I thought his overall centre forward display was epic. He was in the box doing defending, and I was saying he doesn't seem to be himself of lately. He'd been on a barren run. We know he's a confidence player. He was struggling to link stuff together for me in the last few games. That flipped on its head today. I thought his overall centre forward display was exceptional. Bullied them, scored a fantastic goal, got 2 assists. I mean, even the unselfishness to pass the ball to Harrison for the third as well. Because if he'd have shot and missed, we'd have been fucking raging. You know, because
of course it would. I thought he was. You know, I really did think he was. You know,
no, but he even slowed down his run, bro, so that he could just nicely lay that pass. For me, he's getting a 10.
Yeah.
He's centre forward, goal, 2 assists, just an exceptional all-round day, and the finish was perfect, man. Off the under.
Well, it's not even a half chance. You know, the angle he got the ball at, he just puts it. The only place where Schmeichel couldn't save it from in that angle was a top bins, top left, and that lot. Yeah. And it was superb. That, you know, absolutely.
Lord Bamford is back, man. Lord Bamford is back.
Oh, that's superb. I mean, obviously, there's been talk about the England place, you know, in terms of that performance today. For me,
today, weren't he?
This will sound controversial, but as much as I like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you know, all these other than maybe Harry Kane, Rashford, who are probably right at the top of the list and that lot. But in terms of third, fourth choice strikers and that lot, I don't think, in terms of technical quality, another England option could have performed like that today. In terms of the all-round game like that, in terms of creating 2 glorious chances, fantastic finish, good run in behind, relentless pressing. I just think Bamford on his day, when he's playing like that, is as good as anyone in terms of English strikers at this moment in time. He was absolutely magnificent. And I'm just going to add as well, as I'm not sure if Matt Hayes is watching this, but Patrick Bamford is on more goals than Harry Kane this season. So there you go. Just add that little dig in there.
Where does he stand in the scoring?
Let's have a look. He stands, because obviously Liverpool are playing at the minute. I'm not sure of what the Liverpool score is, actually, to be fair. In fact, Liverpool have won 3-1, but I don't know where that puts him now in the top scorers. But let's have a look. So, actually, you know what? I've got that stat totally wrong, you know. I've not looked at that.
Hayes isn't watching.
I got too carried away. I didn't look at the top scorers list until like a couple of weeks ago, and he was ahead of him then. I'll just add, he was ahead of him then. So you can, and he will go back ahead of him because Harry Kane's injured. So anyway, right. So top is Mo Salah on 15, Harry Kane is on Heung-min Son on 12, Paddy Bamford is joint fourth now. Patrick Bamford, Jamie Vardy's also on 11. Callum Wilson is in the top 10 as well. So. I mean, look at I'm just going to give you the names of the players he's ahead of here. Okay. Lacazette, Rashford, just working my way down there. Zaha, Watkins, Ings, Barnes, Mane, Gundogan, Grealish, Sterling, Firmino, Tammy Abraham. And actually, Jack Harrison's in the top 25 now, to be fair, on that list, on 5 for the season. So.
There's only Jamie Vardy who scored 9 goals away from home, 1 more than Paddy Bamford. Paddy Bamford scored 8 goals away from home. There's only Jamie Vardy who scored more. I think there's only Man United that have more points away from home than Leeds United this season.
There you go. There you go. You can't ask for more than that, can you, to be fair? And of course, Aubameyang as well, he's ahead of. I think if you put, I might be wrong on this, but I think if you add Aubameyang and Lacazette together in terms of their goals, I think it still will only just be ahead of Patrick Bamford. So there you go. Can't ask for Martial as well, from obviously from that other side of the Pennines. He's on less too. So there you go. Pogba, throw anyone in. Patrick Bamford's ahead of him at this moment in time, and absolutely superb from him. But yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I think we're gonna give our third 10 out of 10 of the season today. And our second for Patrick Bamford, who has just been... Look, last couple of games, I can't argue with you, mate. Last couple of games before this one, he was probably having his worst spell of the season. But to bounce back like he did tonight, he showed a desire from that first minute, getting in front, getting ahead of Evans every single time the ball went in towards him. He was fantastic today. He was a monster today. And Gareth Southgate was there, by the way, today at the game.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll have caught an eye.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Why not, mate? Why not? Why not? You know,
100%.
Yeah, Kane's out. Why not, man? Why
That's the
not?
thing. You know, it's been absolutely magnificent season from him. So
it's been to see Maddison, KP, Ayling. Why not Ayling? Bamford.
Well, Ayling, to be fair, he obviously got Trippier, who's had a really good season at Atletico Madrid. But obviously after that, you've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, who I know he started to play well last couple of games. But if you were just going off form in terms of the whole season, you would actually have, just if you're going purely off form, I'm not saying this necessarily to be the case. In fact, I'm not. But if you're going off form and you're just watching him this season, you would actually go Ayling ahead of Alexander-Arnold. If you're going off form and Wan-Bissaka. Obviously, that won't happen. It won't happen, unfortunately. It has to take something else for that to happen. But yeah, I think it's been fantastic. I mean, even James Justin, I'd probably argue Ayling's been better than James Justin in this season, to be honest. Considering he's had to play out of position so many times, Luke Ayling as well. Magnificent.
It's been exceptional, man.
Superb. Absolutely superb. Right, so let's go on to the sub. Mateusz Klich, who, like Bamford, Coops, I think had his best game in a long time, to be fair. Let's get your ratings in for Mateusz Klich, because I thought, obviously, when he first came on, initially, we lost a bit of control at the start of that second half, but then he started to put his foot in all the time. He took a yellow card for the team at a crucial time as well. You know, read the situation well. I thought he was superb, to be honest, Klich, when he came on. You know, in terms of
does that mean a ban for Klich now, just thinking about it?
I don't know, to be fair, because he's on 5 bookings. I'm not sure when that kind of expires.
In this game, it reset, or it could have been after this game. Maybe.
Yeah, because we're over halfway through the seasons. Whether that makes any bearing on it, we are just over halfway through now. So, I don't know, in the comments, guys.
If he is on a ban and we haven't got Rodrigo, then we have got an issue.
Well, we've got probably Dallas, Pablo, which is obviously not ideal. Tyler, maybe. It's
Tyler. If that
it is pretty crazy that if you sound like that's the midfield against Everton. But I don't know, mate. I think we're playing. The thing is now, we've won 2 games on the bounce, both away from home. You know, we've come back from that little break since Brighton. We've come back fit and firing. Look, we're going to lose games. I think we all know we're going to lose games this season. And, you know, it's the reality. But we've got some... There you go.
Yeah.
That's good news. You're panicking, mate. You're panicking for no reason there. I just thought Klich in terms of... Maybe didn't get on the ball loads of times, but every time he got on it, he made something happen. That the third goal, you know, it's that pass through to Bamford, you know, keeping Bamford on side, you know, in terms of, you know, timing it perfectly. Lovely ball, lovely weight to it. I'd have to go, maybe not initially, but I think as the more and more the game grew, I thought he looked one of the best players on the pitch. So I'm going to go with 8. Not quite Dallas. I thought Dallas was still the best midfielder on that pitch today, but I think he was probably on the par with KP for me today.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, he was good, and again, he was instrumental. And like you say, it was totally chalk and cheese from what we'd seen over the past few weeks for him. And hopefully, obviously, he's going to probably start Wednesday. So hopefully, he continues that form, because it was nice to see him back. And doing
what I'd say is Dallas and Klich, it might not be as fancy as Klich and Rodrigo or Dallas and Rodrigo, but what it gives you is industry. It gives you steel. It gives you work rate. It gives you pressing. It gives you a bit of something different. Maybe not tons and tons of brilliant passing and beautiful football, but it does give you something off the ball. It gives you that bit of edge. You know, in terms of today, I thought that midfield balance, Bielsa got absolutely spot on in terms of the physicality, the dynamism, in terms of just following Maddison all around that pitch, getting the right players in the right places. Because I think Bielsa all along had planned for Dallas at some point to go and man-mark Maddison. I'm sure of it, mate. I'm sure that was initially... I think Bielsa anticipated what Leicester were going to do. You know, whether it was Tielemans or Maddison, whichever of the number 10s he was going to go and mark, that was part of the plan, to be fair. And yeah, I can see that working, to be honest, mate, against Everton. I think Everton are fantastic. No doubt about that. But I think midfield-wise, I don't think it's as strong as Leicester's, to be honest. Allan's not been playing for a while. Doucouré, Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson's notoriously, you know, an up-and-down player. I don't see why not. That can't work again.
No, definitely. I'm just give me a sec. I just need to check something else, because right there. Our man locks. Right there.
Oh my God. Roses are red. Leeds playing white. We may have lost today, but Bielsa's still shite.
Oh!
This is what I do.
Oh! Oh! Oh, he's coming in for us there. Oh, God. Because he was doing his little poems, weren't he? I don't know if you've seen Locks doing his little poems. Oh, he's called us shy. Oh, he needs to watch himself.
He's on a shot today. He's already been dropped from before the whistle blows on Friday. He chose not to appear last week, but I'm only messing. He's a top man, his Locks, but yeah, I mean, he's not getting a lot of loves in the comments at the minute. To be fair, mate, is Locks. I hope he's not watching, but no, he's a top man, top geezer. But yeah, he's had a shocker today, as Locks, as my man Lachlan.
Yeah, he has, mate. You're right. He has.
So let's look at the Twitter poll for Mateusz Klich.
Yeah.
55% have gone 8s. So I think we can solidly give Mateusz Klich an 8. But the last person to talk about, and I don't want to end it on like a sore subject, but Costa. I mean, a comment then that's coming off Chris Kelly. I think that's a bit. I've never even heard that, to be fair. I'm not going to flash it on the screen, to be fair, but anyway, Costa. Did he find a white shirt when he came on?
I think the one plus was that he gave Leicester the free kick that we ultimately scored the third.
Of course. That was all part of the plan, to be fair. That
was his contribution, because he gave the ball away in that move, then fouled.
Just a foul as well, I'll just add.
I remember your dad saying, I think he said, he's touched the ball 3 times and give it away 3 times.
Well, he kicked the first touch, he kicked straight out of play.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
I mean, I'd have to... Why didn't Pervader come on? Is the only thing I'd say.
That's interesting, because he's stopped resorting to Pervader for a while now.
I think next game, though, I think it'll be Pervader. I can't see Bielsa being happy with that.
What I would be worried about if Raphinha doesn't make Wednesday and we have to go with Costa, that would worry me.
Only slightly, mate. Only slightly.
Yeah.
That is a horror. Why did you have to put that thought into my head, mate? Raphinha's going to be fine. Raphinha's going to be fine. Honestly,
fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
Oh my word! If Costa's out, if Costa's playing against Lucadinha,
yeah. Oh well, he never played in that first game either, did he?
No, he didn't. To be fair, did he, Dina? They had Iwobi, was it left back or whatever? Yeah, I mean that's going to be a quality game as well. You know, Everton are going to be desperate to come at us. You know, on after losing to Newcastle. Who loses to Newcastle? Not us, by the way, not us. But yeah, no, it'd be interesting. I would hope not. I would hope not, to be honest. Whether you might see Pablo go out there, I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. I think obviously Bielsa prefers that pace and speed, but I just have to be honest. We just have to say what we see. I don't want to hammer anyone. I'll just give him a 5, to be honest. I could go harsher, but I'll give him a 5. We'll keep it nice. What would you say, mate?
Yeah, I agree with you, mate.
5's pretty standard, isn't it? He didn't. To be fair, he only played 10 minutes. He came on at quite a tough time.
Yeah, but he could have easily lost us the game.
Lost us the game. Not even cost us the points. Lost us the game.
He was, I don't know. Like I say, he gave away.
I think Costa's got to step it up, otherwise in the summer, I honestly think he'll be gone in the summer. If I'm being totally honest, I think you look at the Championship at the minute, I have no doubt he'd go to somewhere like Norwich and he'd do well in the Championship in terms of, because I think it's just our style of football. What we want from our wingers is so specific. I still don't think he's actually adapted to Bielsa's style. Truthfully, to be honest, he's showing glimpses.
He started so well, didn't he? He started so well in the Premiership.
Yeah, he did. But I think, as we said the other week, as soon as Raphinha came through that door, it's like his levels just completely drops since Raphinha came in through the door. So yeah, I mean,
confidence thing brought, and maybe that's why Bielsa brought him on today, to give him that little boost.
Yeah, I suppose so. I think it was a risk though at 2-1. Yeah, especially when the game was still in the balance to an extent. But I don't want to finish it on that. I don't want to finish it on just Costa. Let's just give a quick rating to Bielsa. I've not actually the Twitter poll, to be fair, by the way, said 5s for Costa. So Bielsa for me, in terms of the timing of the subs, in terms of the way he set the team up, in terms of making that call to put Dallas into centre midfield again, making that call to keep Cooper and Struijk together. 10. I can't give anything else. 9, 10.
Yeah, he was exceptional. He's exceptional, and I'm happy for the man to get a result against a top side. He'll have been fuming that the lost 4-1 previously. It gives me real confidence for future ties against the likes of Man United, Chelsea, Spurs, that he's learned something and adjusted slightly, and we've got a result, and that's what it's about, mate. So he was great today.
I was always confident we'd beat one. I think I said at the start of the season, I was confident we would beat some of the top 6, and I still think we will as the season goes on. We've got that run in April where we're playing a lot of the top 6. I think we might surprise a few people in that run, and we've got that confidence now, that confidence now to go into, those next few games. Our April run, I mean, we could potentially derail some title bids in that run. I'm not going to say who, but we could potentially derail a couple of title bids, potentially. Liverpool and Scum were playing in that time. So we'll wait and see, mate. We'll wait and see. Yeah. But perfection today, perfection. But I guess, have we got anything else to discuss here?
No, I just want to let folks know we're going to have, hopefully tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we will have I've got an Everton fan, and I'm trying to get hold of another. We should have a couple of Everton fans on with us Monday night, which will be a big match preview. Obviously, the game's coming thick and fast. We like to do a fans post-match, but just with the quick turnaround, we're going to be unable to do so. So we'll get a opposition pre-match tomorrow night. Tuesday will be a big match preview with myself, Oscar, and some other content creators. Then Wednesday, of course, it'll be game day again, and hopefully another 3 points, this time at home on that brand new pitch, on that brand new playing surface. So looking forward to that. And I just want to say, from both of us, we're really grateful for all the support that we've been getting. It's been tough. Oscar's been through some stuff himself, and just knowing that you are here supporting us, honestly, it's so great, and it adds to our match day. Genuinely, it really does, and we look forward to it, man. I think Oscar's mum's doing washing up in background, but that's. But honestly, we're so grateful, man. Peace out. I love yous. But
I'll just say, guys, just before I go, make sure you check out Joe Wayman's post-match. I'm just going to upload the post-match as well myself. I've not had a chance to film it yet. I had to pop straight to work after the game, but I will get that filmed and uploaded before the end of tonight. So probably about 8-ish, 8:30. Check out Joe Wayman's. Check out mine. Subscribe to the channel. We hit 20.6k today, mate. Unbelievable figures today. And this, by the way, unbelievable figures today. Unbelievable support on this player ratings. I guess we've won the game, but we're back again. Back in on Wednesday, back again Saturday. Pretty much every day now.
Every day, yeah. We did say it was for lockdown, but it seems that now this is just gonna have to be the thing moving forward, because it works, man. It works.
Certainly does. Well, we'll leave it there, guys. We're going to do that awkward little wave now.